Anayon Haseu. Welcome in my very short introduction to the Debian Med BoF, and then I want to talk to you. BoF means I want to involve you, so please come everybody together. But for the newcomers to the BoF, I'm doing more or less the same as every year and giving some short introduction what Debian Med actually is. You see an image of DebConf 0. 2 persons here are even on this DebConf. It's Edward Betts and me. We had some wine first, and then we had the crazy idea to do something for people working in medicine and biology. It was after the wine, right? So when we prepared to talk. And actually the idea is when I observed that some people starting to translate installation instructions of medical software from English to French, I thought, well, installation instructions shouldn't be translated. They should be packaged and then users installed. This is the basic idea. We are doing yearly sprints, and I'd like to quote Gunnar Wolf. When he has seen that we are walking in water of 5 degrees, he said, oh, I understand. I thought Debian Med focused on packaging medical software. With this note you mentioned and your choice of location, however, I understand better after meeting every year you need medical attention, possibly including psychiatrical evaluation. So, well, we meet every year and have fun. It's usually on the beach, and we are not only standing in cold water, we are doing some work. This is in Barcelona on a way more comfortable beach of about 18, 19 degrees, whatever. Who is the Debian Med team? This is usually a good question in Debian at all. Who is a member of the team? Because we are all volunteers. Who is contributing? And so I started in 2007 or 2008 some kind of team matrix. I was browsing the mailing list for people contributing and looking who is contributing the most. And I was graphing the 10 most active people here. These are the uploaders of the Debian Med team. You see, I am uploading somehow like crazy, but I'm really, really happy that Nilesh is here and has also uploaded more than 1,000 packages. Nilesh, thanks a lot for you. And my main focus was on creating a possibly active team. I have somehow the impression that we have in Debian some kind of one-man rockstar coder teams, which is not really a team, but a generic address for the same person. This is actually not the case in this team. We are a lot of people. We have people who are doing a lot of uploads. We have other people who are discussing things, because our main uploaders, like Nilesh and I, are not involved in the topic medical care or microbiology. It's more or less microbiology because there are way more packages. So I have to trust my users that what we are packaging is sensible. Michael Robbins is or not the only one. Steffen Müller is also actually a microbiologist, so they know what they're doing, but most of the other people are not really in this topic, which is not needed, because packaging software is compiling some source, creating binary, testing it, and uploading. So it's everything the same. Yeah, we have some discussion on the developer mailing list, which is not so important. And we have the top 10 bug hunters graphed in this team. And I'm really proud that this blue line shows that I'm not winning every year. I'm really proud if somebody is beating me in closing bugs. I do not want to be the person which is doing the most work. I really love to hand over work to other people which are in several times technically way more competent than I. So Nilesh is also very active, and this is really great that we have so many people working on this. Working for the Debian Med team is really fun, and I learned a lot for my current position as Debian project leader. So this was a safe space test case for a very small team, and yeah, it's a little bit different for the whole Debian. So we have way more problems than in this small technical project. Yeah, and then is the graphing of the committers in the version control system. You mostly see the same people. Formerly it was SVN, now it is always in Git in Salsa, and we have every single package is in Salsa, and we are working hard that they also get out of package tests and so on. Yeah, and this is, you see the people who are introducing new packages. There you see the two people with education as in microbiology, Steffen Möller, Michael Robbins, and also Charles Plessy. These are the real experts on the topic. They are introducing something, and then we are taking over and doing other stuff. This is shown by this graph. And this is also an interesting thing. I think a very healthy team is if many people are caring for the same package. And so this graph is looking how many people are doing contributions to the package. A contribution is more than 5 commits. A single commit is not really, it might be by chance. More than 5 commits, and then you see that we have the majority of packages is done by more than 2 people. It might be that someone started the work and then I continued, and so it's at the same time only one person, but I think this is quite healthy. A very good team has a curve like this. So many people, and we are doing quite good. I think, for instance, a very good example is the Perl team. There is this curve, and very bad team is if the curve goes like this. This means single maintainer with some contributions. This is about the so-called task. Debian Med is a blend. We have task, which is biology, development of biology applications, epidemiology, hospital information systems, medical imaging, practice management, psychology, statistics, and tools. We have more, but this is the graph. You see the main packages are in the biology and biology development field, also medical imaging, and the other stuff is, well, depending what free software we find out there. So you have not many practice management systems, so we can only package, well, maybe there are 5 or 10, and only one candidate we really have. The others are either complex or not so really fitting, so we have just GNU made for practice management. But we try to do everything, and you see the more or less constant growth of the number of packages, which is nice. Yeah, now I made this graph specifically for the Corona pandemic. Corona pandemic was really bad for the world, but it has some very positive effects for the Debian Med team. You can see it here. Well, this was January 2002, and in April we did a sprint. And you see an all-time high for the persons that are committing in the sprint we did. Right? So we did 2 other sprints which are not so bad, but this brought a lot of people. I think Nilesh, this was also you coming to the team, and Etienne, and those people who are really active. And we had an amazing amount of activity in this 1 week of sprint, which is so cool. And so for the Debian Med team, we could use some 2 or 3 more pandemics, but, well, no, not asking for this. Yeah, and generally you see some peaks here which are related to sprints, but I do not want to discuss this so much into detail because I really want to discuss with you. This is the similar graph with commits to Debian Med. Well, You I could go into detail here, but it's fine. You see this in different measures. This is about the person's uploading, the person's discussing, the person's committing are all graphed here. Interesting thing, what you see every time, I will show this also in my bits for DPL. These are release freezes, and then the contributions are syncing. And once Debian is released, the contributions are starting again. Freeze, release, freeze, release. So this is a general thing. I did the graphing over all commits of the team matrix teams. Yeah, in freeze time, in principle, everybody should commit even more to get finally Debian released. But people think, oh, my package is already, I'm now waiting until others are doing their work. Yeah, this is what I also said in the Python team. We need some people who care for the whole community. And this is not so frequent. Yeah, this is a nice quote. I like it a lot because I said to John Maddock Hall in Heidelberg, after 15 years, people are starting to use what I'm working on in my institute. And he said, oh, only 15 years. You young guys should be more patient. I should hurry up because since after 15 years I might be dead, but you young people had so much time. And I think there is so much wisdom in this quote. So, yeah, we expect to solve things very quickly, but things are always slow. And I'm a physicist, and we have this general rule: every single thing will take longer than you expect it to be. Yeah. If you go for shopping and think I'm back in 1 hour, you take 2 hours, right? It's the same. Every single thing takes longer than you expect. So, what are we doing in the Debian Med team to gather new people? I started with an effort I call Mentoring of the Month, which is basically, yeah, I offer my time for some newcomer for 1 month, and I encourage people asking any question about packaging. I give some introduction, and I want to get the student asking me and reporting about problems, and to get people really comfortable to stay in the team. It started with Luis Ibanez. This is a database, FIS-GGM, which is used in some hospital management systems. And I had actually this idea because this database is so complex that I would have no idea what to do. So Luis was upstream, and I simply taught upstream how to package. He had an interest to have the package in Debian. I had an interest to make the package working in Debian. And so we just matched in other, and we took nearly 1 month, a little bit more, and then we had the package inside Debian. The continuing the maintenance is way more easy than the first initial step. It's currently not so in the best shape because Luis left this company, and we need somebody who, but these are details. And so I teach a lot of students inside the team. I need to admit that most of these people did not stay in the team for different reasons. Students leaving university, changing jobs. So it's not really clear how much the effort I have put into leads to people who are contributing continuously. However, if I don't try, I do not know if anybody will come. So everybody has brought some package in, and the rule is the student should build a package where he or she is interested in. So it's way more interesting to package something you need yourself than if packaging some kind of Hello World-ish thingy, right? If I'm doing packaging workshops, I call it live packaging workshop. I ask, you send me one upstream upstream software which is not in Debian, which we should package now. And then 3 people raise their hand, then I ask, and then I look, and this is a good target, and then we start packaging this very software, which might fail inside the workshop, but people learn on the failures I'm making, right? I'm making failure, and then maybe somebody like Jonathan on the video says, Andreas, you need to do this, and people learn way better from the mistakes made, and it usually works very good. And similar here, people learn on their own example. This is very important. And I had only one example here, which is Malia Hasemani. This is the only woman in this team. I was asking really for a woman applying. I was not accepting men at this time, and so I was enforcing some. It's interesting. No, that's not wrong. Nadia is also a woman, and no, I'm wrong. No, Alba is also a woman. But at this time, I was specifically designing this for women. I'm wrong. I had more than one woman. So I want to be also inclusive for, all this discussion we had about diversity in Debian. I tried to fix this in the Debian Med team, but it's also not. We are also mostly dominated by men. So you can join. We will drag you in. Okay? So what I'm really proud about is that Debian Med has about 45 Debian developers and Debian maintainer. They are not active all anymore, right? But the interesting thing is 23 of them confirmed that they are Debian developers only because of the Debian Med team exists. So Debian Med is something, well, if Debian Med would not be in Debian, Debian would be the same. It's a very low popcorn, not important thing. Biologists would probably find other ways to install their software on Debian. But we provide it, and we are very inclusive. So on the other hand, this means 23 Debian developers means every year, as long as the Debian Med project existed, we statistically attracted 1 developer. This is unique for Debian, right? And these developers even extended their work inside Debian, right? I think also Anantu is there because I invited him to become a DM, right? And also Nilesh is probably also attracted by the Debian Med team. I'm not really sure if you would have what you would have done, but I'm trying to grab people. Yeah. And only 13 out of these 23 above are currently active in Debian Med, but they're doing other useful stuff in Debian. That's the point. As I said, Debian Med is it's a random. It's a somehow we could live without inside Debian, but it's a thing which attracts people, and this is an important point. Yeah, and also Corona has brought these 3 DDs and 1 DM. So my conclusion about this mentoring of the month is I consider my time well spent in mentoring. We don't have every month a student, and we hadn't for some time. I don't know why. Maybe I should advertise it again. Currently, I will not do it because I stopped my uploading work since I became DPL. Maybe I start once I'm give away these DPL status to someone else again, and I'm a Mero developer. Then I will refresh this most probably. And it's also good for me because, well, when I entered Debian, it was in 1998. I've read the documents at that time. I'm a grandfather, I forget things, I need to learn new ones, and I learn the new stuff because the students have read the new documents and told me, oh, there's written this and that. I said, yeah, thank you, that's good information for me. So this is really nice, and also we can pool the knowledge between upstream developers and Debian maintainers. This is a very important thing. And about 50% are more or less upstream developers. Yeah, for me, a team means waking up in the morning and realizing that somebody else has solved the problem you was struggling yesterday. I literally experienced this. I was at 1 o'clock in the night, I wrote, problem, blah, 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 and waking up in the morning, solved. It's great. Yeah, so far for the Debian Med team. I would like to hear about you personally, why you are attending this BoF. You can make notes here in the pad, whatever, and it would be great if everybody could introduce herself, himself, and say, say your name, why you are sitting here, which is in this crazy round of a few people. Sometimes we are only 3 or 4. It's nice that we are 8. So, Nilesh, do you want to start?
Hi, I'm Nilesh, Debian developer. I've been with the Debian Med team since 2020. Just joined the BoF as the regular event.
Mm-hmm. I'm Anuhi. I'm a local team, and this is my first time DebConf, so I'm really interested in the Debian Med team because my major is related with the computer vision. So, but as I know, medical in the biology needs to image processing also, I heard. So I'm really interested in this team. Thank you.
And you should probably subscribe our mailing list. It's low volume list.
Hi, I'm Anantu. People probably know me as Weeping Cloud. So I joined the Med team after last DebConf. So I was interested in Andreas talking about Med team. Okay, then I went there. My experience so far in Med team is really great. I haven't worked on so much things there, but one really good thing about Med team is that there are a lot of experienced DDs who can get you through a lot of things. It's a great team to have good mentors. And the bad part is that there are a few DDs who are doing a lot of work, so they have a lot of work. But they are doing all of it, so it is getting done. But yeah, if you are interested in med stuff and want to learn things, I think it's a really good place to be in.
Yeah, thank you.
And you also pushed me a lot to become a DM.
Please say in the microphone.
Okay, thank you.
For the video stream.
Okay.
Anantu, please.
Yeah, Andreas has pushed me a lot to become a DM. He's like, apply for a DM. Yeah. So in the end, I did.
It's important.
I'm Chinese. My real name is Dong Xu. Maybe the Chinese name may be hard to pronounce for foreigners. You can call me API. EIPI. EIPI. It's actually 3 irrational numbers in math. You may know it if you know something about math. Maybe you didn't got it. It doesn't matter. Because just as I introduced my nickname I made is from math. Because my major was physics, computational physics. I came here because maybe it's the most physics or natural science related BoF I know before. I just came here and want to say what the people, maybe it's Debian Med, not Debian Med physics, but at least it's science. I want to know how Can I know about something about Debian Science, Debian Med, or maybe we can do some help, or I can just do some things. Maybe it's not even help. I just want to look.
I can give you a lot of tasks if you want to do something. A lot of tasks.
Yes. Okay. Thanks.
But to answer your question, Debian Science is kind of a related project. We have also DebChem. It is Debian for chemists. We have also Debian Math.
Okay.
These are all blends. Blends means we are putting together packages that fulfill a certain task. So there is some overlap between chemistry and biology, and there's some overlap between science in general, where we have some data acquisition tasks and some plotting tasks, and so we are not competing each other. We are maintaining in different repositories, but we have all uploads rights or all permissions to work together. So maybe you should subscribe to the Debian Science list.
Okay, thanks.
Then there are a lot of packages which need some new upstream version, which need to be adapted to, say, need patches for the Python upgrade or so. You can always look at the bugs of these teams. For instance, bugs.
Okay, I'm just starting to package often, trying to maintain it. I'm learning how to package and maintain it. Maybe if I found one, I use it, I'm familiar, and maybe I can help to maintain it.
Yeah, sure. We find a lot of packages which you can just join the Debian Science list.
Okay.
And say, hi, I'm your name, I can't pronounce this.
Okay.
I have this and this knowledge. What can I do?
Yeah.
And this is the first step. And I'm sure that some people will tell you what problems you can solve. We have in Debian Med, we also use a metrics channel, but there's also a Debian Science metrics channel now. Because I think the IRC is fun, but it's not really newcomer friendly. And my most critical point is that you can't see the history of the discussion, right? As a newcomer, you want to have a look what was discussed before. And I see you start with the point when you started. I think this is totally broken. That's why we drift a little bit to matrix, ignoring, but we have also an IRC channel for Debian Med, Debian Science, but it is just gathering the commits, the automatical commits, and so it's more noise than information there.
Okay.
So we can also talk about this later, and I can show you if you are really interested. Or Nilesh might be able to show you, or Nantu, because I'm busy with all this DPL stuff. So,
Okay.
So you find friends.
Okay.
That's the point.
In nano level, the physics or chemistry or medical research are tightly related.
Yes.
Yes, maybe we are not, comes from different areas that's so different.
Yeah. I'm a physicist by profession, right?
Okay.
I do not even understand what the packages I'm doing. In the principle, yes, but the details, I can't evaluate one gene sequencing program with the other. I think both gene sequencing programs, let's package both. I have no idea which is better, which is more modern, which is faster, can be used for this or that purpose. I just need to trust the experts and ask them, but they are happy if it's there, if it's passing its test suite, if it's in the last upstream version. So this is what I'm doing.
Okay.
You want to pass the microphone, or you come closer to us and tell who you are and why you are sitting here.
Oh, thank you. Because my work is not for the medical the package, and I just fix some FTP5S for medical packages, and I know the our packages is likely with the Python packages. especially for the packaging workflow. And I think, I'm not special questions, but I think we can to borrow some packaging rules like DPT, like about the BoF performance, and that's all. I'm not.
But what's your motivation to sit here in this BoF? You joined us here in the BoF. So why? What was?
Because I some packages for medical packages to for the FTBFS is padding. It's padding because my comment to the sellers. Yeah, I want to say how to push forward this work. Yes.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah. So if you want to join us with more questions, just come to us. But you are also the RISC-V person, right?
Yeah,
so,
right.
I know that someone from the Debian Med team, Michael Crusoe, he had also a RISC-V machine, want to do something. So there is some interest by people doing this.
No problem.
So good job. Just pass the microphone. Thank you.
My name is Robert Lacroix. I'm from Canada. This is my first DebConf, so you might say I'm Med curious. That's why I'm sitting here, camouflaged in a green chair. I've been working in the energy industry for 33 years and looking to apply my skills in Debian. And so I'm here to learn and to see what Debian's about. I've been using it for around 15 years and installed it on an industrial machine once. And principally using it with LibreOffice.
Okay, yeah. And do you have some interest in scientific packages?
Oh yeah, absolutely. My work has been primarily in economic models, engineering models.
So, yeah, by the way, the existing blends, this is not closed set, so you can also create some Debian economics if you want to. But this is how many blends started, right? We had, first was Debian Junior, then Debian Med, then Debian Edu, and then we created Debian Science rather as an umbrella. And from this umbrella, was growing Debian Astro, Debian Math, because you can prepare some packages, see how it works, and then do your own stuff. I mean, as a physicist, I should start Debian Physics, but I'm not working in physics anymore, and so on. And I just have sufficient tasks to do in this Debian Med project. But if some other physicists stand up and let's do it, or if some people of economy also want to do it. This is an interesting thing. If you have some minutes left, I will show you what techniques we have, and so this might be interesting.
Sure. Yeah.
But maybe you pass the mic.
Hi, my name is Tolkien Garduño. I am currently working on a PhD with the industry in France. And well, I came here mainly for curiosity. Some 12 years ago, I was working on some medical applications. Specifically, I was doing these pattern recognitions on retinographies, which are images of the retina, of the human retina. And we were doing these techniques for mixing OCTs with images, but we kept having a lot of trouble because there was we had copyright problems. The different formats of the cameras, of the medical cameras, were just a pain they were a pain. And I mean, I kept searching for different teams, and I found a team that was writing their own code in Fortran, and I found another one. They were doing things with C++, but then they disappeared. I am kind of sad to tell you that I ended up working with MATLAB, with some guys that were working for Canon, but they had we had to pay for a license as a public hospital. So it was kind of sad. And well, at that time, life went by, I had to I had to leave. But I ended up thinking, well, who is doing this type of things? I couldn't find any. In the US, you have to pay for everything. So, well, that was it. So I came here. This is my first DebConf, and Andreas was telling me about all these different packages and tools that are being developed. And, well, I'm happy to know that now is the time in which things are coming to the hands, or are easily put into the hands of the people that are going to be able to use them. So, well, that's what I came. Yeah.
Okay, so I think we are through. I just want to give some introduction because we have 5 minutes left. The blends, we have a framework. The framework consists of meta packages. So if you are interested in, say, medical imaging, then you install sudo apt install med imaging. This has dependency from all the stuff which has some relation to medical imaging or imaging development, then you have some development tools. For instance, this is a list of our tasks. We have biology. It's the same things I was graphing recently. We have also a dedicated COVID-19 task, which is maybe a little bit outdated, but let's look into imaging. These so-called tasks contain packages, and the meta information which is used to create the meta packages is used to create also these websites. So in principle, the meta package definition contains depends AMITE. AMITE is something you can watch DICOM files. It's probably not the best screenshot here as an example. So, but all these other information, the description, the versions that are contained in Debian, including the architectures, are given here. ANS is a different package. You have the screenshot. And so you have all the information about the package inside this task. Yellow things mean there is some work to do. You could translate the description because this is only English. The other descriptions are someone who can read this is not English, so it's actually German because I have German locale. So, and you can upload the screenshots. This is involving the user in helping us. So the user could install the package BART, fire it up, take a screenshot, upload it here. Just click on this button and then the screenshot is integrated. So on one hand, you see what's available. These are the green ones. And here we have the information, oh, there is a newer upstream version. This means, well, when I was active in packaging, I would now have just run my script, routine update on this package, and then it would be uploaded, and the next day it would be green. So this is, everything is auto-generated. There's nobody who's doing something. I have recently heard there's some bug in it, but anyway. So here we have the green ones are all in Debian. And we have a section, the yellow ones. These yellow ones, we had done some work in version control system. So all this information is also somewhere. We have only only the depends bioimage suite, but this framework detects, this package is not in Debian, but I have information from version control system, and the user gets information that we are working on it. Actually, this one is not really worked on. And we have also scientific citations. This means the scientist who has used this package in some publication gets an extra reference. This means, we are friendly to our upstreams. This is interesting. This increases our chances to become visible and get new developers, right? So we have a lot of packages which are on our list, not really actively worked on, admittedly, but yeah, someone who wants to work on this sees, there's something I can start from, right? Some help, I can ask for help here. So this is everything that's there. And we have some links to unofficial packages which are maintained somewhere else. I'm not sure how up to date this might be, but this is also known. And we have packages where users have asked for packaging. These who's comfortable with WNPP, you file a bug report and request that a package will be packaged. This is, in most cases, not very successful. So the most successful thing is, I intend to package, can you help me? Asking others to working on your problems it can be done, but not very successful. We support it in Debian Med to get something done. So what I also wanted to show is this framework also contains a list of bugs. So if you are a developer and want to support us, we have some encoding of the colors. So say in the hospital information system, there are only a few bugs. Well, we have nearly no package in this. And we have, say, if you want to help our effort in the COVID front, you click here, and then you see what packages that might be useful for fighting COVID pandemic, and see the packages which are in this task, and then you see the red ones are the release critical ones, yellow ones are important, so you can immediately find the place where you can help. Which is another thing which is in the framework. We have some QA tools, which is showing also, ordered by the task, what packages, say in the biology task, which are affected by auto removals, warning, so something that needs to be done. So, I need to finish here. 0. Thank you all for attending. Some final words? Thank you all. See you in the team.